All right, check it out. I'm out here in Roosevelt, Utah at Big B Equipment. Just had a really nice visit, 45 minutes or so with Jake, the salesman. Awesome fella. And got some more information and got some more education on the current state of tractor buying in the U.S. here. At least as far as when it comes to John Deere. Right now on the property, they've got a couple of 1025Rs and a couple of 2032s. No, 3025s, sorry. That second largest one's a 3025, 25 horsepower. So here's the thing. So I'm gonna try to summarize what I learned here. I'm this close to buying that 2038R tractor. I've got it all spec'd out, and my friend, my dealer, my salesman over at Stotz in Tremont has the tractor on hand, which he had to pull in from another one of his stores, and he currently has the backhoe en route as well. So I just kind of wanted to stop in here. As I rolled past last night on my way into town, I saw the John Deere sign. I was like, oh shoot, I didn't even realize that they had a John Deere dealer out here. So I figured in the morning when I had some time, I'd swing over and at least see what kind of prices or availability they had on these little tractors. And I'm glad I did. It was a good experience and very informative. So talking about the price of this particular tractor. The prices have gone through the roof on all these tractors over the last 2 to 3 years, and in a lot of ways it's partly due to we're cruising right by the Kubota dealer now. I honestly haven't even really given those guys a fair shake, but I pretty much got my heart set on the John Deere just for the future of our farm. That's kind of what I want on the property. Prices have gone through the roof, according to Jake here. Back in 2018, the 1025Rs, the smallest one with the backhoe, or I think with the backhoe, we're selling for about 20 grand. Over the next couple years, they increased price up to 22 and then 28, and now they're like $32,000. So just in the span of the last 4 years, the prices have gone through the roof, and it's not just materials, it's parts availability, component availability, cost of materials for steel and everything else, just like everything else has gone through the roof, construction-wise, housing, and whatnot. So the big challenge that I'm seeing is that the cost of building has gone through the roof, and the demand is really high. My first question was, I said, I'm looking to get a 2038R, and he said, oh man, I can't get you one of those. I could put an order in for you, and it might take about a year. He said if I put it in as sold, you move to the top of the list, but he started pointing around all of the yard there, and every tractor on his lot is basically sold, and or he has back order on dozens of tractors. So availability is a huge problem. So in the end, I had him go in and run the numbers with the specs that I have on this particular 2038, and yeah, he says, man, they're giving you a fair deal. They might even be giving you a discount. So I feel pretty solid with the Stotz boys out there in Tremont, and I did from the beginning, from the get-go, and really think they're taking good care of me. But basically, if I don't get the tractor that's sitting out there in Tremont right now with my name on it, I may be waiting a year, half a year or more before that tractor is even available again. So that thereby justifies the price, further again. So that was helpful. Apparently Big B here is like the only, in the western United States, maybe the only kind of independent John Deere dealer that's not run by, larger conglomerate corporate. Whereas Stotz is dominating the entire western region, really. I looked at their map. I don't know how many dealers there are, but I would guess upwards of 20, all the way through SoCal, Nevada, Arizona, Colorado, I mean, the whole region of the Intermountain West is dominated by Stoats. So another thing, talking about price points on these small tractors, is just like Matt out there in Tremont stated, it's like, we don't make any money on these little tiny tractors. We deal with $250,000 upwards of $1 million machines. That's where they make some money. But if you're trying to save yourself thousands and thousands of dollars from a dealership on one of these tiny little tractors, they're probably giving you a pretty fair price as it is. I mean, and at the end of the day, honestly, and I'll talk more about this on my next tractor purchase video once I take delivery of the unit, is that, your salesman's got to make a commission too. I mean, I see it all the time. We get in such a mindset of, well, me, I got to save money. I got to save as many thousands of dollars as I can. So I got to try to negotiate and haggle all the way through till the end. But what about the service? What about the company that you're supporting? What about the partnership that you're making? If you're going to buy something like this and you plan to use it and get it serviced, I'll be doing most all the basic service on my own tractor as much as I do on all my vehicles, right? But any sort of major overhauls or anything like that, and warranty work, you're building a relationship is what you're doing. And so I think it's going to come back to you. The value comes back to you on the backside, on the back end, after you've maybe spent out a couple $1,000 extra bucks. I don't know. So that's just my theory and my thoughts on it. But yeah, I think we're gonna go ahead and pull the trigger on this 2038. So stay tuned. 2038R.